Wow.
Orca, you do your job soon.
Orca, you're telling me to do my job. Wow.
Your
Okay,
letter
man.
okay belum, Kaicho?
Apa dia, so far so good. Yesterday was a bit funky, but alhamdulillah today, I hope today no casualties.
So you can record already lah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, then Orca, get ready, Orca.
Telling me to do my job. My goodness.
You're
I
going
got
to
my
make
eyes on
him
you.
read everything?
Hmm?
You're going to make him read everything?
We'll see. We'll see. Okay, then.
idea this.
Good luck, Orca.
Okay, so yesterday we stopped until the EKOC, the E adjectives. So today we'll go into the na adjective, the na KOC.
So
The first one.
Hmm.
Oruka imasu ka? Is Orca here?
Okay, test. I'm here.
Yes, yeah. I can hear you.
Okay, so can I try?
Sure.
Dozo.
So we have kirai, which means hate.
So. So kirai. First one is kirai. And then the na. Kirai na. So kirai means disgusted or like you hate it or you dislike something. So kirai na. And then next one, anyone wants to read? Three-second rules then. Dozo.
Orca. Jap, I want to ask him a question. Apa dia? So if it's kirai, can I say kirai na aji?
Yeah, you can. Kirai na aji. A
Mm,
taste that you hate.
I see. Well, that is a little bit like apa terasa there, but kirei.
Kirei. So, kirei na. So, kirei means beautiful for like if you use on a person. And then it can also mean clean for like maybe kirei na umi. Like a beautiful or like a clean beach.
Kirei na kyoshitsu.
Or sea. Kyoshitsu?
Kirei na
use it on a
kyoshitsu.
Yeah, you can.
Kirei.
Yes.
What was it, Adam?
Use it on a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use it on a person. So.
How an example of a sentence.
For example.
Adam wa kirei janai. I gave you an example that is
I know
negative.
Kaito are simping for Adam. It's okay.
No, I'm not.
Let me give you an example then.
Adam suge.
Adam kimo.
ひど。なんてひどいこと言うな。
Kapu.
So example.
うん。
Adira さんは
Never mind.
な人です。So you can use it. Adira さんは綺麗な人です。So this one you can be like the person that you are mentioning. The person and then you can use 綺麗な人です。何々は綺麗な人です。そうそう。You can use that as an example.
My example is much more solid lah, Adam.
なんでAdira さんに
私も聞きたいわ、それ。
My example is much more solid lah, Adam. I'm just saying.
Sure. Okay, next one. Orca, where are you, Orca?
Genki na.
Oh.
So, 元気な.
Shika.
So, 元気 can mean healthy or energetic. So, 元気な人. 元気な体. For example, a very healthy body. 元気な体. So, 元気な. The next one?
Shizuka na.
そう。静かな. 静かな. So, 静か means quiet, or it can also kind of means peaceful. So, it can
Can I go
be...
to toilet?
はい、どうぞどうぞ。Later come back for the verbs.
会長は静かなトイレに行ってます。
静かなトイレ。
静かなトイレに行ってきます。
Well, it's not wrong, but it's a bit weird to say that kind of sentence, honestly. A
I
very
mean,
quiet
we've had
toilet.
noisy toilets and we've had noisy toilets in public places, so it's pretty normal to have quiet toilets too.
True, true. So yeah, 静かなトイレ. So, quiet. Next one is maybe children? This one. Or anyone?
Ski.
So, ski. Nah. Ski means you are fond of that person, or you can also means that you like that person or stuff things. Ski. So it can be like, for example, 好きな食べ物。好きな食べ物。Which means my favorite or food or the food that I like.
Excuse me, Sensei. Are there any alternate ways to say your favorite something something something? Because I heard kobutsu means favorite food.
So, 好物. Usually, yeah, there are also 好物, which they uses the kanji of the ski too. 好物. 好物 is food, but for others, usually they use 好きな.
Okay, Sukina.
So.
Default to Sukina.
So. 好物. If it's 好物, then the kanji is like 好き and the 物, which is thing. 好物. That's why this also can mean like favorite food or favorite dish. So, 好物. And then we all have next one.
Can I try?
Oh yeah, those are.
ない嫌いな。
This one is different. This one is だ.
Yeah, 大嫌い。
そう。大嫌い.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Sorry.
I mean, this one kind of looks like na too, actually.
Oh.
そう。大嫌いな. So 大嫌いな means to hate, or it comes from the word 嫌い actually. It comes from the word 嫌い itself, but for this one, if you add 大 at the front, meaning you are like intensifying the feeling, like you really hate it, that kind of feeling. So to hate, really hate. And then the opposite would be this one. Just どうぞ会長。
大好き。
そう。大好きな. Which is the opposite, which is to be very fond of or to love something. So anything you add 大 at front, it means you are saying like very lah, basically.
Oh, I think I have like a sentence, like
life guy die ski.
So.
彼を大好き嫌い. Oh man, tak keluar pula.
彼を
彼を大好き嫌い. Oh, tak keluar.
何
Just I'll try again. 彼を大好き嫌い. Ah man, tak boleh. Oh man, I'll try again. Dah kira. Oh man, keluar terus.
Huh?
You've
More
never
than
been
you.
confused. All of us are so confused. What you mean, Kaicho?
Wait, I'll try to say daisuki again. Adam, daikira. Oh man, still can't use daisuki. Terrible.
Daikirai.
Daikira.
何よ。
I've never been so confused.
Can I try the sentence of Daisuke?
Right, those are.
Otoko wa kakkoi daisuki desu.
If
Oh,
it's
is it
that one,
like
it'll be kakkoi otoko ka.
yeah, I forgot. Yeah, but
Well,
yeah, I tried.
俺をみたいに俺をみたいに。
うわ、
Mm.
うわ、
ちょっと、おー、わ
うわ。
This is what you call masuk bakul angkat sendiri.
みんな大好き。みんな大好き。
What are you on right now?
Shut up.
It's like, okay. If it's rinse, sentence, it will be kakoi. Kakoi. Otoko. Otoko ga daisuki.
Yes.
So you have to put the adjective first in front, which we will also learn in the grammar later. So that is daisuki na. Next one is maybe Shajin, dozo. Okay, anyone?
にぎやか。
そう。Nigiyaka. Giyaka na. So nigiyaka means a very lively. So usually nigiyaka you use for like city actually. Nigiyaka na machi. For city, which is machi. Nigiyaka na machi.
にぎやかな風間
Fukan. The situation you mean?
うん。
The environment.
うん。にぎやかな風間。
Fukan. It's not fukan, I think it's ちょっと待って。
空気じゃない？
風紀
空気か。
そう風紀。風紀。風紀。空気ちょっと待って。日本語がちょっと待って。にぎやかな。環境かな。環境の方がいいかな。環境 environment actually is like more to 環境。
にぎやかの秘境。
そう。So yeah, にぎやか。And then lastly is
お、暇。
そう。暇。暇な。暇 means not busy or you have a lot of time. 暇な。一日とか。
そうか。
You can also, I believe. I've heard that you can also use hima as a standalone word.
Standalone word, for example?
Like for example, ego miru hima wa nai.
Sure. You can also use that. Hima wa nai. But this one you can also use as an adjective to explain of something. For example, in this one is like you are explaining that the whole day you are free. So you are explaining the whole day. But if you use in terms of your context, hima wa nai. So basically you just say you don't have time, that sentence itself. So you can also use it like that. So.
Good to know.
Free, not busy day, I guess. So, 暇な一日。
暇な一日か。
So that is the na adjective, the na keyoshi. Next one, we'll go for the verb. So, verb is?
五段。
So, 五段。五段, which is 5 level. 五段. The first one, Orca, you're back.
Omedetou.
He got ejected.
I guess Orca is still not back. So anyone wants to read this? Maybe Shazrin does.
Okay, so we have the term oyogu, which means swim.
So, oyogu.
Konomizu mi oyogenai.
So, oyogenai is you conjugate it to you can't swim. So. Oyogu, to swim, oyogu. Umi ni oyogimasu.
泳ぎませんって。
そう。 泳ぐ。Next one, 会長どうぞ。
聞く。
そうそう、聞く。
聞きま
So
せん。
in this one is more, it's more to asking a person,
Mhm.
asking, but you can also means to listen.
Mm.
It can also means to listen. So, 聞く。聞きます。So, next one is
聞きたい。
anyone?
誰をしたいか。
誰でもいいですよ。3 seconds then. どうぞ。
乗る。
そう、乗る。
乗り
Noru
ません。
means to ride or to board. So usually say like to ride a transportation. For example, bus ni noru. You use need as the particle. Bus ni noru, which is to ride a bus. Bus ni noru.
乗りませんでした。
Bus. And then you can change that bus to like probably kuruma. Kuruma or taxi. Sure. Ni noru. To ride. And then the last one is 何でしょう
やる。
そう、やる。
やりません。
やる。やります。やらない。So, やる is usually meaning to do or to perform that certain things.
そう
For
か。
example, like sometimes the teacher would be like asking like, can someone send this paper to the class, to the teacher's room and then like, 誰がやりますかやりませんかそう、やる。Will someone do it? That kind of meaning. やる。そう。Next one is the rule verb. Rule verb is
あ、一段。
そう、一段。which is one level. 一段。And the word is シャジンどうぞ。
Okay, so we have dekakeru, as in you want to go out.
そうそうそう。出かける。which is to go out. So usually people will like 今から出かけます。I'll be going out now. So 今から
今から晴れる
出
よ。
かけます。I'll be going out now.
今から晴れるよ。
出かける。And then the last one would be adverbs and other expressions. So the first one, anyone?
Okay, so we have ishoni. I remember when I say ishoni to my sensei, is that it has to be together. So if you want to get, so if to is is with, ishoni is together.
So, it means together. So you do something together usually. So for example, it can be 一緒に映画を見ませんか? Will you watch movie together with me?
Yeah, dekimasen, hima ga
暇はない。
arimasen. Hima wa arimasen.
そうやな。今 PKP だもんな。一緒に映画を見ませんか? 映画を見ませんか? It says, will you watch a movie together with me? そう一緒に映画を見ませんか? そうそう。
見ません。
Next one. Next one, 会長どうぞ。
すごく。
そう、すごく。So, すごく is like basically extremely. So, basically, you just want to intensify what you're feeling. So, for example, you want to say you do not like vegetables. So, you can say, 野菜はすごく嫌いだ。嫌いです。そう。すごく。And then you add like adjectives usually. すごく何々。すごく嫌い。すごく綺麗。そう。すごく。
Sugoku.
And the next one?
それから。
そうそう。それから。それから。Which means like and then usually. It's just a filler words to continue the next sentence.
But also, there are multiple ways to say and then. There is sorekara, there's soshite, and the more casual one I've heard in real life is ato.
So. There's also それから and そして。そして and then あと。あと、so you can also use あと。あと。Which also like kinda means and then, or it can also means later, something like that. あと。あと。そう。Next one, にシャジルどうぞ。
Okay, so we have daijoubu, daijoubu,
そうそう。大丈夫。
daijoubu desu yo, sensei.
そう。大丈夫。大丈夫ですよ。So 大丈夫 it means like it's okay or you don't have to worry about it. 大丈夫。So not to worry. 大丈夫
Alternatively,
です
you
か？
could say kini shinai de, don't worry about it.
そう。It's also 気にしないで。So sometimes even like when someone is thanking you, ちょっと私気にしないで。So people say like ありがとうございます。So instead of saying like sometimes people would be like yeah. You know like oh it's okay. You can also use 気にしないで。
Or like don't mention it.
そう。Don't mention, yeah. そう。You can use 気にしないで don't mention it. So. And then we have this one, which is
とても。
そう。とても。Which is, it also means like kind of very. It means very. So usually you use this to like express what you're feeling. You know, like you want to explain the adjective to emphasize it. You use very. ちょっと待って。Very. Okay. とっても。So you can be like とっても暑いです。とっても寒いです。So you use とっても。And the next one?
Actually, I need to add totemo is quite formal for trying to modify an adjective. Usually, if it's a casual Japanese talk in real life,
So?
they will probably say sugoi.
Sugoi. But you can also, sugoi kind of means like in this one, sugoku.
Yes,
Actually.
but it's a bit different because in the context of sugoi and sugoku, sugoku is extremely. Sugoi is just very.
It can also mean like that actually. So. Sugoi, very. Sugoku. True. Sugoi can also means very, but you know, sugoi can be quite broad the meaning also. It can also be like amazing, that kind of meaning. So. Sugoi. But totemo, there's also another one, which is cho actually. Cho. So this one is usually used for like conversation. So it can be like 超暑い, 超寒い
超かっこいい。
instead of とても。そう、超暑い、超寒い、超嫌い。So this also means like very. But this one is usually used for conversation. 超. Next one?
どんな。
そう、どんな. So どんな is it means like what kind actually usually. It's a question word. What kind? どんな. So for example, you want to ask like what kind of food you like. どんな食べ物が好きですか? So どんな.
まあ、ザナス。
Next one is 何ですか?
前。
そう、何々前. So 前 is a counting word for like objects that is like flat objects actually. So it can be like paper or postcard. So if you want to say you have 2 postcards, then you can say just the number. the number, and then you add my at the back. So if it's 2 postcard, then it can be nimai. So nimai. That is my. And then last one is
Made.
so made.
ここまで。
Made. So made usually means till, and usually it's used for a time lah. So it can be like you want to say from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So you can be like 1時から 2時まで. So you use made until or till usually. You can also use for places. For example, in the the reading practice we did, they said that igiritsu made. So until UK, to the place. Till UK. Made. Nani nani made. So any question for this one? For the 新しい言葉で単語。
新しい言葉。今はない。今はない。
Then we'll go for the grammar. Bumpo grammar. So the first one we'll learn for is adjective. So how do we use it? So for adjective, basically for the E adjective, this one.
Ikeyoshi.
So ikeyoshi. Basically, you just add the adjective plus with the noun, that just like that. So for example, this one, anyone? Maybe
I'll try.
Shazin.
So we have omoshiroi eiga. We have the omo, the thinking kanji, and then we have the shiro, which is the white kanji, and then i, which is even as it is. So we get the word interesting. So this is how we want to apply adjectives to a noun.
So, 面白い映画. So this one, 面白い means interesting. This one, interesting. And then 映画 means movie. 面白い。ちょっと待って。面白い映画. So 映画 means movie. Movie. So Shazin, you just read the next one too.
Okay, so we have 昨日面白い映画を見ました。本当に怖いですよ。
昨日面白い映画を見ました。映画を見ました。So 昨日 means yesterday. Yesterday. で、面白い映画 interesting movie を見ました。So 見ました means it comes from the word 見ます which is to see. 見ます。But if you change it, you get to ました it means like past tense, so basically saw. So 映画を見ました。So basically what they did is they add the adjectives and then after that they just add the nouns by itself like that. So that is how you use the adjective, E adjective. For maybe the next one example, 会長どうぞ。
怖い先生。
そう。怖い先生。Wait, 怖い is scary. 怖い and the sensei, of course, teacher. So this is the adjective 怖い and then you just add the noun as it is, sensei. So for example, this one?
山下先生は怖い先生です。
Hang on, before we do that, sorry, never mind. Fortunately, actually, I don't know that fortunately, 僕たちの先生は可愛くないです。
I see. 怖
くない。
そう、怖くない。私怖くないよ。そう。So yeah, 会長 read as what he read. 山下先生は怖い先生です。山下。
私の先生は怖くない。
先
怖く
生は
ない。
怖い先生です。そう。So 山下先生は怖い先生です。So this one is the adjective. Chazrin, you're not muted.
Oh, sorry. I sorry. Are we? Hang on. I'm. Hang on. I think. Hang on. I'm just gonna need to set this thing. I set the push to talk. Hang on.
No worries. So, kawaii is the adjective, and then sensei is the noun. So, and then do be careful. Kawaii and kawaii is different. So, kawaii is scary. Kawaii. And then there's another one, kawaii. Kawaii, which is cute. So this one, be careful when you are trying to, describe that person. It can be a total different meaning. So kawaii. So kawaii is also an e adjective, e-k-o-shi. So kawaii. So that is how you use for the e adjective, which is adjective just plus with the noun. But if you are using the na adjective, na k-o-shi, it's a bit different. What you have to do is when the na adjective, and then you have to add na at the back before adding the noun. So this is the difference. So I guess it's better to see the example first. So the first one, maybe 会長どうぞ。
これは何ですか？綺麗な、綺麗な写真。
そう。綺麗な写真。Maybe you just straight away read this one.
はい。これは何ですか？あれ。京都で綺麗な写真を撮りました。
そう。So the word 綺麗 is under the na adjective. And then after using the adjective, you have to add the word na, the hiragana na at the back. So it's 綺麗な写真. So that is how you construct with the na adjective. You add the adjective that is under the na category, and then you add the hiragana na, and then you use the noun. So for example, the one that Kaishu read is Kyoto で綺麗な写真を撮りました。So 京都で at 京都、綺麗な写真、a very beautiful picture を撮りました。撮りました it comes from the word 撮ります。
撮ります。
撮ります which means to take, and usually it's a picture. So for this one is mashita, so it basically conjugate to past tense, so it can mean took a picture. So yeah. So next one, maybe Shazrin, どうぞ。Shazrin? Okay, 3-second rules, I guess. どうぞ。
元気な先生。
そう。元気な先生。Next one?
山下先生は元気な先生です。
そう。
Actually, can I say something?
Sure.
Yes. どうぞ。
So I'm gonna say stuff like this. 僕は今日、マジ元気な人です。
マジ元気な人。
マジ？
I think it would be better if you change it like, what was it again? 今日は、僕は今日。Okay. 僕は今日。I think instead of マジ I guess you can use 真面目な。僕は今日。
真面目な。
そう、
yes. 真面目な。
真面目 means a very serious. 真面目 And this is a nakeyoshi, majime. Majime. Nakeyoshi, my adjective, which means serious.
Good call, Sensei.
So, majime na gakusei, was it?
Majime na genki na hito.
Majime na, majime. And you want to add majime and genki, then you can change it. Oh no, then instead of, if you want to add two adjectives, you have to use the particle de. Majime de genki.
Majime de genki na hito.
そうそう。真面目で元気な学生。学生人。
Hito.
Yeah. 真面目な人で。So that's how you make it. So it's a lot natural if you use 真面目。そうそう。This one,
Sensei, まだ学生ですが、卒業があるし。
もうすぐ
卒業があるし。
卒業。そうそうそう。大丈夫ですか？
卒業。
どうぞ。
はい。さあ、山下先生は元気な。So, 元気 is the な形容詞 and then you have to add な and then the noun. So that's how you do it. So the next one is we're learning how to conjugate it. The いい形容詞 first. Conjugating the いい形容詞. So of course the affirmative for いい形容詞 is as how it is. For example, the いい形容詞 is 寒い. Which is cold, 寒い, and then you'll become 寒いです. So this one is the formal, but if it's the non-formal, you use だ. It'll become 寒いだ. So 寒いだ. And then if it's the past, so basically you have to change, for example, the 寒い. So the い you take it out, and then you just add かった. So this one is the past tense.
Oh, dia bukan data, Sensei.
But if it's data, you use for the な形容詞. So this one will become 寒いかった. 寒かった. Samu katta. You don't use the い. You replace the い with かった. So for example, if it's like 怖い, this one. Then if it's past tense, it will become 怖かった. You don't put the い. So past tense.
Sugokata?
そう。すごかった.
Okay.
So this one is 寒かったです. So if it's like the informal version, so you just basically just remove the desu. So you just become 寒かった. That is basically the informal already. So if it's negative, so basically you just again the same as the past tense, you remove the い and then you add くないです. So くないです. If it's the negative, so the い remove it and then replace it with くない. So くない. 寒くないです. Or 寒くないだ. So and then of course if it's like ない, there's two versions, right? And like before I mentioned, it's like ではありません. That one. 寒くありません. So if you want to use the ありません one, basically what you have to do is just you remove the い and then you just add くありません. So you add the back part, this one. くありません. So that is the negative for like the present tense. And then last one is the negative for past tense. So for past tense, basically what you have to do is, of course, remove the い and then you just add kunakatta. You just add the kuna, and then katta. Samuku nakatta.
Samuku nakatta.
So if it's an example like the kowai, then it become kowaku nakatta for this one. You remove the e, and then you add ku nakatta.
Usosuki.
Usosuki. And then of course, if it's like the arimasen, so basically it's the same as above, except it's past tense, so deshita. So that is how you conjugate the e adjective. Any question for the e kiyoshi?
I have one, tapi I don't think it's perfect for now.
Okay, don't worry. We have after class. Maybe you can ask during that time. And then, so e adjective, there's one irregular, which is the e one. E, which is it means like it can be meaning good lah, basically good.
E.
So the affirmative for present tense is of course ii desu, or iida, and also ii desu. But however, if you change it to the negative present, it uses yo. Then it become yokunai. Because the word ikunai is kinda like a bit unnatural actually. Ikunai. So that's why they change it to yo. So this one is better to memorize lah. Basically for e, the negative will become yo, and then you just add kunai as usual lah.
Okay, actually, there's actually yoi, yokunai, yokata, and yokunakata, but only the yoi can be changed to e, because admit it, it's unnatural when you hear ikunai, ikata, and ikunakata. Yeah, admittedly, it feels weird.
So. This one, of course, yeah, as what Shazin said, there's also yoi. Yoi desu.
Yoi, start.
Yoi start. Yoi desu. So this one you use yo, they change to the yo. But others is basically the same as how the ikyoshi works. So you just make sure you use the yo, and then you add the kata or yoku nakata desu. So this one is better to memorize, the irregular one. Oh no. My stream.
今日はちょっと遅い。でも、来ました。
ちょっと待って。
I don't. Did you just say long?
I mean, what did you do?
What do you mean I do? Say so this.
And then the last one would be the what?
Okay, maybe I think Discord is acting funny, I guess.
That's on you, man.
No, it's not. Why are you on about, dude? Honestly.
What?
See, the moment everything's gonna end.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Try entering, Kaijo. You entered?
Yeah, I've entered.
Okay.
How dare you laugh at him?
Okay, the next one is kawaii.
Kawaii nakata na. Nakata.
Okay. So the next one is the na adjective. So the na adjective is a bit different. So for example, the word genki. Genki desu. Genki desu. Okay. Genki desu. So this one is the affirmative as usual. So you can also use da at the back if it's for informal. Da. Genki desu. And then if it's the past tense, you will just change the desu to deshita.
Dechu.
Dechu. So genki deshita. So for the past tense, you just basically use deshita. Conjugate like as what we usually learn. Desu and deshita.
はい。
But if it's the negative present, so you have to change it to basically the desu, the negative present. So the desu, you just change it to there's two ways. ではありません。ありません。Not two ways actually. ではありません。Or you can also use じゃない。じゃないです。Or you can also use じゃありません。There's a lot actually. This one you can choose either one, either three of it. There's one. So all of these are actually formal way of saying it.
そうか。
So you can use 元気ではありません。元気じゃないです。元気じゃありません。Which one if you are comfortable with, you can use either one. So that is the negative present. So for example, the word 綺麗 which is pretty. So you want to say it's not pretty. 綺麗じゃないです。綺麗じゃないです。綺麗じゃありません。So the word for
ひどい。
So the word for nakiwashi is a lot easier to conjugate because basically you just change it at the back. You don't have to change you don't have to remove any e or anything. You just have to change at the back.
So
and then the last one is the negative past tense. So basically this one, if you use these three, it'll become like this. Using in order, it'll become ではありませんでした。Basically, it's kind of like this one, でした。And then we also have じゃなかった。じゃなかったです。And then the last one we have じゃありません。では、じゃありませんでした。じゃありませんでした。
でした。
So this is how you conjugate it, actually. そう。So far, any question for the na, Kiyoshi?
ないです。
大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫い。
大丈夫ですよ。
はい。Then we go for the last one, which is this one. So if you want to emphasize if it's like very or a bit, so you can use the word とても or ちょっと。
ちょっとジャンプしておく。
とても、ちょっと or also you can use すごく, which is extremely. So for example, 会長どうぞ。
どれどれ
This one.
沖縄。沖縄の海はとっても綺麗でした。
そう。沖縄の海はとても綺麗でした。そう。So this one you can use so Okinawa of course is the name of the place, Okinawa no umi. So the beach at Okinawa or the sea at Okinawa wa totemo. So totemo is very. So you can also change it to sugoku if you want to emphasize it a bit more. That is very extremely beautiful. So you can choose it. Sugoku kirei deshita or totemo kirei deshita. And then maybe if you are not really happy with the how to you it's not that beautiful, then you can be like ちょっと綺麗でした。But you don't usually use ちょっと。さあ、沖縄の海はとても綺麗でした。The last one, チャーズレンどうぞ。
はい、すみません。
大丈夫。This one.
Okay、この部屋はちょっと暑いです。
そう。この部屋はちょっと暑いです。
エクササイズをしました。
Kono hea. So hea is room. So kono basically is this room. Kono hea wa chotto. Chotto is a bit, a little, or a bit slightly. Atsui. Atsui is hot. Chotto atsui desu. So you can also change it to totemo. Kono hea wa totemo atsui desu. Or kono hea wa sugoku atsui desu. So basically, if you want to add more like emphasize on how hot or is it extremely very or little, so you can use sugoku, totemo, and chotto. So 質問ありますか？
大丈夫。
はい。So it's until then because it's already 10:30, so today's class is until here. The next one we'll learn next week because Friday is kanji.
Waku.
So yeah,
a few things. Or useful things
Mm.
I've learned a few things. Fugoku kirei.
So, sugoku kirei. You can use it.
Kirai.
So yeah, as usual, for any question, I'll be here.
Yeah. To end the call.